Hi there, it's Orc here, and today's video we're doing not one but two book reviews. I chose to put them together because they're quite small books and they won't last that long, so I chose to put them together. The first book is Old Bones by Joseph McCannahan, and buying that one I chose to buy the last book of the Rangers of Shadow Deep, again by Joseph McCannahan, because this is the last book I needed for Rangers, so I chose to buy them both at the same time. I both got from, I think, Drive Through RPG. I do recommend them if you are looking for a PDF or a book, a hard or soft copy for a unusual tabletop game or RPG. And they're really good prices, and delivery's good, so I do recommend them. Give them a try. But enough of that. I got this book because I saw one thing that piqued my interest, and that was a double crossbow for Rangers of Shadow Deep. So I picked it up for that reason. The PDF was out for a bit, but I'm quite old school. I like fine. This is not a hard copy, but if it's something physical I can look at and smell. I don't like PDFs. Never have, never will. So I'm quite happy when you put a book out. And the bit you're there, less out whatever. It's only about 28 pages altogether. This book, very short, but it does say in his little bit Joseph's done, just saying he might do might put out 4 issues in a year and so on and so forth. So it depends how well the rules. So you might have new rules for different scenarios and for different upgrades and for all his games. The first one is but we're going to go through the Slippery Slope. It's a scenario for quite a few games. So it can be a cooperative game for Frostgrave, for Frostgrave and Ghost of Popculum. It's like his Treasure Island pirate one. Very similar to Frostgrave, but instead of your wizard, it goes on your first mate, your captain or something. That is your main leader instead of Frostgrave's your wizard. But don't quote me out because I haven't got any in the books. Then he has, but it also can be a solo scenario with some rules that needs conversion around for Stargrave and Rangers of Shadow Deep. So, but saying that, it can be a competitive game for Frostgrave and that as well. But it's just nice. So you have a whole new scenario. I won't go into it because I'm not telling you you need to buy it. It has its own special rules, a new creature, dice rolls you need to do, and so on and so forth. So it has its own rules. Again, has the same thing, the cards mechanic, and a new enemy as well. Creeper. I'm not gonna pronounce it because it's quite good, but it looks really quite interesting, and it's just nice enough at one-off scenario if you want to fancy playing it. And it's just not for one game. I said it's for Frostgrave, Ghost of Pop for the Ghost one, and solo ones for Rangers and Stargrave. So you've got a big choice there, and so I'm really quite happy. The next one is a advanced weapon for Stargrave. So you've got a new weapon for Stargrave. It does say what it does, what it's called, how much it costs. So 600 credits, and sell it's 280. So when I do play Stargrave, I do got a new weapon in this book. It's really useful. I didn't know this was in here, but I really did like this. And one of the things now why I got, because I got the traveling the desert book. I completely forgot. Across the Waste, I think it's called. When we got a France new herb rules for herbs, and that's brilliant. This one I do recommend just picking up for this because it has advanced poisonous. So it's got a table for Frostgrave, Ghost of Poplar, Stargrave, Rangers of Shadow Deep. So all this, even I would say anything that has poisons or venom in it. I'm not sure Silver Bennett has anything yet, but if he brings in the future, why not use that as well? It just Joseph do explain, saying some people don't mind this is what it does, but if you want a fancy roll, so a fancy table for poison or venom, you can. So he does, so you can roll it. So poison, when you get hit by poison, it's not always the same thing. If you want to. And I like that because each poison could be different. So my opinion is, if it's you're fighting a bunch of new spiders from a different area, they won't have the same type of venom or poison they do. Don't forget, but it's like I will go through. So it's a D20 like normal, if you roll them to use a standard rule for poison as found in the all rule books. So in Rangers, when you take poison, you lose one activation, so you only have one activation until you get rid of poison. But if you roll a 7-8, the figure suffers -1 to all dice rolls. It makes them weaker or so on and so forth. Or 13 and 14, the figure suffers -2 to its movement. And I do like this simple table. I won't go anymore. It's just something a nice little flavour. So each creature that has poison or ability for any game, what I mentioned out there, you can use this, and it's just something nice. And how I'm going to do it, if I go somewhere and it's a spider get bitten, is I roll on the table, and it's, like I said, 7 to 8, the figure suffers -1 to all dice roll. If anybody gets hit, bitten, or attacked by that same person, I always use the same result, because why roll again, because it's the same creature nearby. So that's how I'm going to do it. So I will definitely now use this new poison table for this one. So I'm really quite happy. The next one is another scenario for Ulfmark. I think that is Joseph bigger scale fantasy based, like for Warhammer 40 fantasy, very rank and file game. I think that's his only one he has. So it's a new scenario with that. I won't go through that because I do not play that. I don't know the rules, anything, but you have a new scenario for that. Then the thing that did pick my eye, the double crossbow. And this weapon is for Frostgrave, Ghost of Pot, I can't pronounce it, and for Rangers as well. It does say what it's cost for Frostgrave so far, so it costs 250 gold, sell 150, but for Rangers, it's a different way how to get it. I'm not going to mention it because on it, but it's very easy, very simple. But how it works, because it's you need to get it a special way. It works as a normal crossbow, but it can shoot twice before you need to reload. But I'm not going to say it's up a special. But I know my characters can get, well, Chloe can get a double crossbow, and I want to so something useful, and that's what picked me up to get this book. It's just for that. The next one is it's a scenario. I didn't know this was in here at all, and I was really surprised. It's a competitive Silver Bayonet scenario for experienced units. So it's maybe, is it competitive? Yeah. For Silver Bayonet it is. If I can find a way to make it to a single player, I might to solo play, I might able to do it, because it seems you can. But just hold on, if I'm reading it correctly, if it is. I think it is for competitive. I think if I read right, if that reads a competitive thing, but I read it through quite a few times, and it seems you can change it to quite solo easily. Then, like the other ones that you have to meet up in the middle. This one, when you start reading the rules, you quite easily make it solo, and it's, say, experience unit. So I think you're when you guys quite want to try that. but it's something I didn't notice it was in here, and it was really quite nice, pleasant to have something silver bayonet in here, and it does look very interesting and very dangerous as well, and very difficult to use. So so it looks quite really good. And then we have something for Stargrave. I think I'm not 100% sure. It's a Soldi machine in Stargrave. So I generally don't know what it is, but again, a new thing for Stargrave. I haven't read through that generally, but again, new thing for Stargrave. Then you got the Great Bird of Oathmark. So nothing from Oathmark. Again, I don't have anything to do with the game, so I don't. So I won't go for that one because I don't generally do it. But that's it. It just has quite a few scenarios, some new gear and upgrades for each game, and I play Silver Bayonet Rangers, and will play Stargrave in the future. So I do think this is a nice little book. I'm reading what Joe says he might put more out, and when you have like little nice little rules then and now to add in to give more flavour, it's nice. Or more war gear. This is what I want for Rangers. Add more war gear, and get able to get double crossbows. Not magical, but it's not a one use item or something. It's yes, I want that. Can I have that? Yes, go for it. That's it. So that's end of this. And the next one, this lovely book. This book has a few new rules and a lot of new companions and 2 missions in it. The companions are all animals. This is Ranger's companion book for animals. This is more, that's all generally it is for. We have a couple new rules to mention. I will go through. You got the induction like normal, what Joseph do. He has more. It goes benefit the dog and I think the raven from the normal main rule book, and that's really quite useful. Go for more depth. So what the dog and the bird can, I do recommend maybe using this. So it gets you a list of what skills animals can have, because the last one it doesn't really say they can't do. This one lists them all. So like it can't, dogs and the raven can't, all animals companions can't have leadership, but it just mentioned everything else, and I find that quite useful. And it has animal armor. Some animals only have 1 health because they're so like a small animal, but the armor points are more heavy. He does specify that. So some animals have high armor stats because they're so difficult but very low health. And then you've got some new animal ability. And these ones can be carried. That's one of them. So if the animal's small, your companions or your ranger can carry the animal and then let it go when he needs to. So if you want a monkey, because you can have a monkey, you'll carry it, and then when combat happens you can drop it. So it seems like that, and it seems quite nice and interesting. So you can have a proper pirate who wants to, his bird or monkey on his side. Then you have maximum damage. Because this one you have quite small animals, they can't do much damage. So some of them have a minimum max of 3 damage, 1 damage, 2 damage. Very nice. And then you got some more very nimble because they're so small, and more difficult terrain because they just climb over it. So really good. Then you got reduce support. Again, some animals are so small they don't give the whole support benefit, but they give you only +1 instead of the normal +2. So really nice little traits. The new animal companions are a bear, a boar, a ferret, it says, or otter, or I would say anything part of the mongoose family, or that family. You can use a meerkat, a mongoose, anything, because it says they're very similar size or very similar. A lion, a monkey I mentioned before, a songbird, a snake, a tiger. I would say a lion or a lion, you can use any big cats because the tiger is bigger than the lion is better than the lion by quite a bit. So I won't change that. But a lion, if you want a leopard, use the lion as a leopard, or jaguar because I would say they're smaller. But yeah, but it's just gives you more options for animals. If you definitely like your animals and you want, oh, I wanted something bigger than a bird, a raven, or a war dog. Oh, now you can have a tiger beside you, or a bear, or a lion, or a boar, a pig. Why not? Battle pig, riding into battle. Why not? But that's it. And and you have 2 new rules. Sorry, not rules. New scenarios. They put all their new all the animals in here, so you come across, and you do have a new enemy in here as well. So as a no beef handler, they deal with large wild creatures, so on and so forth. I won't go, but the difference is they're exactly the same as a no fighter, but they can have a counter having a 2-hand weapon. So if you want to mix and match snow fighters, you can have now one of the 2-hand weapons. So it's exactly the same as an old fighter. Move 6, fight +2, shield, shoot, armor 11 because they've got 2-hand weapon, seal will, 10 health, 2-hand weapon, and light armor. So it has a little simple rule system for that if you want to. And a couple more enemies. The missions are really quite straightforward. They've got their own special rules in it. Again, if you want to see the rules, sorry, not the rules, the scenarios again, already another YouTuber has done it. Again, it's I have mentioned before. Hold on. Yes, is again this gentleman here, Ash. That's his YouTube channel. He has done this scenario already, both the scenarios. So if you want to go in more details, looking at them up, and he has done them as well. It does look quite a nice, simple campaign, or not campaign, scenario. The first one is called the Undetected Ambush, if I read that right. And the next one is the Counter Ambush, and it really adds more to do with the animals and bits and bobs. So again, hopefully you have more new you got new more items. You can pick up more rare items, because if you look, you got all the cards and clue markers. That is just one page. And also this one does have challenge level 1 and challenge level 2. So if it's quite easy, you think it's quite easy, you can make it not difficult once but difficult twice, and that's really quite good. So if your range is quite high and went, oh, okay, let's try challenge 2 instead of challenge 1, or no challenge at all, so you can do this anytime. So that's really quite handy. That's it. But and that's the scenarios. Back to the animals. It's really nice. Some of the animals are really quite different. Let's go with the songbird, because this is one of the smallest ones. It's move 6, -2 fight, seal shoot, armor 15. That's very high. Will +4, but only 1 health. It's animal, so it has all the animal rules. Flying, so when it's flying, and it can get shot, if you remember that rule. A beautiful song, that's his own special rule, and this is quite really good. I will say it's special rule. Any heal that is within 2 of the songbird receives +1 will roll. Very nice, unique and different. It has reduced support because it's a small animal, and maximum damage is 1. So it's like the Raven, and in my opinion the Raven should be like this as well in Ranger Shadow Deep book. But that's it. Then let's go on to I would say the big and that's only, hold on, recruitment points 2. So if you got very low and you got 3 or 2, why not have an animal? Then you got I'd say the biggest one of the biggest one, the bear. Move 6, fight +2, shooting 0, armor 12, will 0, health 14, recruitment points 25. It's animal strong plus 2 damage because it's a bear, and it's got a skill ready strength plus 5. Has no special ability and so on and so forth. But then, like going to war, a war pig does interest me because it's something different. When it charges, it gets plus 2 on the for the attack only, because a boar, if you know boars can be very dangerous when they charge because of the tusks. So it has benefit. I won't go for the stats, and that's it. But it's really nice if you like your animal companions and you want more variety, go for this book. You want a big puddy cat that rips people's faces off, this is your thing. Or you always want a bear or something big, or something like a nice parrot or something. And then the raven's like, oh, okay, so you got the raven stats, now you can maybe use your songbird stats instead for the parrot, or whatever. Or you want a snake, now you can, and so on and so forth. So you got more variety. Like mine, I like maybe a variety of animals. The worst thing is I do have some animal, a tiger or a lion I can go through model wise. I do have a monkey and a couple birds. I've got even a boar from one of the old Orcs and Goblins chariots. But depends what I want to do, or if I ever have one. And that's it. So these are really 2 nice little books. Couple of nice scenarios, a couple of new nice interesting weapons, a nice poison venom table in here. So I do recommend this, and I think this is only about 10 quid. And this one again was only 10 quid, but I only recommend this if you like your animal companions. But the missions are really nice as well. And generally that's what is in both of the books, very briefly. I do like both. I can have a couple more scenarios for Rangers if I didn't know what to do. And that's it. So I hope you like this video. So like normal, please like, subscribe and comment down below. And I will see you in the next video. So bye for now.